Welcome back, everybody, to the WPC-A Dota 2 League. I'm Gods. Joining me, at least half joining me in physical form, but maybe not in spirit, is Luminous. I don't know if his words are working today. No. You like sign language? Do you know how to sign language?
I wish I do.
It's one of these things I see people do, and I'm like, that would be a cool, like, not always. I mean, obviously there's some uses of it. It'd be a cool thing to know how to do.
Sign language?
Yeah.
It's like learning a different language. I don't see why it's just a situation.
Except like, yeah, learning a different language, but like a very unique one. Yeah.
It's fine.
I'd love to know sign language.
All right.
It's not too late to learn. I just want to learn Chinese, so that's probably.
Me too. Me too.
What actually is your first language? Like, do you have one?
It's supposed to be Chinese.
Okay.
Let me tell you about the story where I immigrated to the United States when I was 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I think I went back to China when I was 14 or 15 just to visit my family and stuff like that. My cousins refused to talk to me because they're saying that I've been converted to be American. My Chinese has been very bad.
Did you try to talk to them in Chinese?
Yeah.
And they just would ignore you?
It was like, you're American now.
Okay.
Yeah, you sold out. And then I talked to my American friends. They're like, "Why are you fresh off the boat? Why are you so Asian?"
That sounds like my. Look, I have similar problems.
I do not belong in any group.
Look, I was 7 years old when I left Australia and moved to the US, and then
Okay.
I came here. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're Australian, like you're kind of an outsider." I go back to Australia, and all my family's like, "Oh, it's the American Parkers." Like they would call us my dad has three brothers, so they each have their own families. Like all of them have like 3 or 4 kids and stuff, and we were the American Parkers.
Okay.
And then we go to Australia, and everyone's like, "Oh, they're the strange Australians." I'm less like, in the US, I'm Australian, and in Australia, I'm American. So
Yeah, we don't belong anywhere.
it's, I don't know, tough life.
All right. With that, let's go in the draft.
These two teams, both very Chinese, probably don't have any belonging problems like we do.
10 seconds
Both still have a very
remaining.
tough life, at least in WPC.
Yes.
They don't know it yet, but it will come their way.
They're gonna have many hardships to come. I think some of them may know
Ooh.
it. It's,
All right. Okay. That's a
Dial
hero.
team pick.
Why do you think exactly Kinga is being selected? Or is it just a hero that's fairly good against Weaver and Nature's Prophet? X-Torn being a ability to keep them in check,
I think they just
even when
decided
they're trying to escape.
I imagine something that it's one of like they're just mid heroes, like better hero. They're mid players, better heroes, and they're probably saying, "Hey, look, let's go with something where we're strong at." It's also like just a pretty good hero in general. I mean, sure you don't see it every
10
game as a top pick.
seconds
It's not really a
remaining.
top tier mid hero, but it can fit into most lineups, even if you don't necessarily
5
have a setup
seconds
for
The
it.
thing is, we haven't seen him at all. So, if it's a stable hero that they trust in, they
Reserve time.
like, yeah, let's pick it up. But we'll see. We'll see if Kinga's gonna be making some splashes. Hard to get together though. Has some good initiation last game and was able to win pretty much every single team fight. Let's see if they could seal the 2-0 here.
I mean, I definitely felt Hard to Get Together looked stronger in their opening match when they played Rising Stars. But that was Rising Stars who weren't all that convincing. But Hard to Get Together, I feel, game 1 versus WPC-A, like they weren't as. I thought they were going to be quite a bit better than WPC-A, but there wasn't. It was actually quite a close game in the end. But you could tell in the late game just slightly better decision making for Hard to Get Together, whereas WPC-A. The Hex choice on the Ursa and a couple of team fight selection just wasn't really there for them, and they overextended and got punished by buybacks in various cases. So I think Hard to Get Together are a team who can potentially play a lot better, but maybe don't need to beat WPC-A. But if they want to cause an upset here and there against teams like Rattlesnake, who haven't been looking all that strong, LG International haven't looked all that strong, if they up their game, I definitely see them maybe being able to do so.
Yeah, I think in a game, for example, like this, WPC-A versus WPC-B, where the skill level is so similar, I could see the WPC-A being the weaker team, just having a good game, snowball off of that, and just go for a win. Now, Elder Titan's going to get selected, so, I mean, we just need some sort of AoE setup in such case that it's just going to be a wombo combo. That AoE setup could be Echo Stomp in itself, even though it's not fairly, reliant. When it hits, everything else will hit, and it's going to hurt quite a bit. Or you could just go with your standard Naga, Siren, and Snare as your opening.
Well, Song of the
5
Siren works
seconds
quite.
remaining.
Song of the Siren with a Kunkka is actually pretty scary. I
If
feel
you
like
do
that's-
land your spells properly,
Radiant
which Shouldn't be too hard.
I feel like Naga's meant to be the main setup here. You can even set up an Echo Stomp with the Song of the Siren, just toggle it off directly before the stun's about to land, and you don't really have time to get out of there unless you're like blinking out. But the Hearts Get Together don't have blink type heroes, so
Right.
I like
10
this Elder type
seconds
pick. It does give them a
remaining.
really scary, beastly looking team fight, and their last hero choice is probably
5
their trial and
seconds
carry hero.
remaining.
So we haven't even seen what carry they got, and their draft is already looking very strong.
Yeah, they want something like a
Dire
gyrocopter,
team
but
pick.
unfortunately he's already being banned out. So looking for a carry hero that has some decent AoE, or if they want to go the other direction, get themselves some very strong laning. Mirana is a combo that we've seen quite a bit. Mirana, Naga.
Yep.
Ability to kind of, just do well in the lane stage.
And even like those team fights, if you set the song, you're setting up a Kunkka torrent boat. Meanwhile, Miranda's maybe catching out another hero who's not going to get hit in the torrent boat. You can have
10
some
seconds
just
remaining.
really powerful setups. Obviously, a lot's going to be relying on Naga Siren to get off
5
these good
seconds
Song of the
remaining.
Sirens to start things off there.
Yeah. Now, one of the other big concern is that once Hearts Together go into the
Reserve
mid
time.
late game where they start to pick up BKBs in massive succession, I think Nature's Prophet goes BKB this game. Maybe
10 seconds
Like after your
remaining.
Shadowblade Hex,
Shadowblade,
maybe, but
maybe even before Hex, depending on how the
5
game's going.
seconds remaining.
Enigma is definitely going to go BKB
Yes.
after his mech.
Radiant team
I think
pick.
once you have 3 or 4 BKBs out, what does WPC-A actually do? Like, they have some physical damage. Natural Order, I think it's blocked by I don't think it gets blocked by Magical
it
Immunity.
shouldn't. It shouldn't. It's an aura.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it doesn't.
So he's going to retain his right click damage, especially from Astro. Natural Order is going to bring down their resistance and whatnot. Kunkka still going to be doing some physical damage. So there are still some damage in the
10
BPCA.
seconds
But with that
remaining.
said, the AoE wombo combo is not there anymore.
5
So they
So
should maybe get
seconds
some more
remaining.
physical damage to go with things.
either that or a hero that just doesn't care about BKB. For example,
Reserve time.
Gyrocopter, again, a hero that doesn't really care about too much. Simply
Yeah.
the fact that Flat Cannon hits everybody, call down slow goes through BKB. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, as far as then maybe a Troll Warlord wouldn't be too bad here, as far as having a trial lane carry of sorts.
Yeah.
We've seen Troll play IG actually. Sorry, not IG. Tongfu running a couple of games for Zhou. But for now, Tongfu, they're why we say Tongfu, not really Tongfu, not the official Tongfu team.
Tongfu B team.
But they're the Tongfu B team, but the WPC-A team.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the WPC-B team looks a bit stronger than them. Why do Hearts Get Together not have to use the WPC tag? Like WPC-A, like, hey, look, we're sponsored by WPC. We'll use their logo. Hearts Get Together, like, no, we got our own logo.
Maybe that's why one's A and one is B.
We're going. Well, it's the B team who have their own logo.
I guess so. I have no clue. They're going to end up the draft with Shadow Fiend, which just makes sense, right? An AoE hero that helps you with the wombo combo early on, Requiem so after Torrent, as well as Echo Stomp.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane. But it's a hero that, doesn't, or maybe could actually do okay against BKB later with the
Yes.
minus armor and whatnot. So I feel like this pick actually synergized with their draft extremely well.
Yeah, it's really nice here. There's a lot of ways to maybe deal with him as well in the Hearts Get Together team, but I think as far as the Radiant team's concerned, this is a good answer. It doesn't really give much of a shit about those BKBs once he gets far enough, but he's going to have to get there first, and Hearts Get Together do have a good line of actually pressuring early and potentially winning a lot of lanes. They do have Enigma in the jungle. When Enigma comes out, maybe you go for the fast mech before your BKB. Towers are going to fall. You've got a DK to help push. You've got a Nature's Prophet split pushing. This is going to be some annoying stuff that could just sort of just avoid this wombo combo and go for split push instead.
Well, speaking of split pushing, it looks like Nature's Prophet already sending Treants out, doing a little bit of body blocking, or at least trying to. But let's quickly introduce our player here. We're going to have Ann on WPC-A Radiant side, playing that Naga Siren. Solo mid's going to be U9, or Search Engine, U9, playing the Kunkka. Elder side on top is going to be handled by Misty. On the bot lane here, it's going to be Mary. Now it looks like he's warding up top for a bit. Yeah, now it's
The
going to be going
battle
back bot
begins.
with Rubik. And last but not least, Shadow Fiend, our carry player, YJ.
Well, for the Dire team, we are going to see at the top lane CYS, the captain, playing support. XY are going to be jungling the Enigma. We're going to have Weaver being played by Zhao Love. He's going to pick up a double damage rune. He's the safe lane carry. It's Zhao Home playing the solo mid Dragon Knight. And then finally in the off lane, it's Nature's Prophet being played by Seven. He's going to look to be annoying here. He's got Treants already, disrupting the lane equilibrium. He'll send out some more. He should be sending out more to block this pull, and it looks like he'll get there in time.
Yeah, we get the block fairly easily, and look towards him keep on doing that. Shadow Fiend's going to try to last it under tower, which actually is fairly easy, especially if there's no other creeps trying to mess you up. The creep wave came in a fairly inopportune time, and meanwhile,
Nice smoke.
immediate smoke coming out from the Tong Sleeve support. They're saying, hey man, We're not gonna get any camp here anyways. Let's just make something happen.
Yeah, very early on, and by the time they get to the middle lane, Kunkka should be level 2, so with a telekinesis instead, they're actually going to go for the Riptide instead. Even just telekinesis, they should be able to hit a torrent. They want to wait to Kunkka at level 2, but there we go. Kunkka's got his level 2. They're ready to go. Telekinesis going to start things off. Torrent should be there to follow. He hasn't used it though.
Don't need to right click.
They're going to get the torrent anyways.
There
we
you go.
They
Barely hitting him.
Yeah, that was the riskier way to do it. I'm surprised he didn't try get the torrent with the telekinesis.
Man, that was style point.
Yep.
It's worth.
He's like, yeah, I'll hit a torrent without the setup.
Yep.
Well, Prophet has got the creep wave at his tower now, so he's going to be getting some experience in farm. But SF already up to 7 souls, so his last inning going just fine.
Yep. And he's only going to get better. The last is only going to get better. And to a certain point, once Shadow Fiend hits level 5, 7 can't even stay in the lane anymore. Shadow Fiend, to me, he should be looking for a quick boots, as well as maybe even a quick phase or treads upgrade, in which case he could basically physically zone out 7 with these.
Yep, well, Trine's going to go looking to run past the Shadow Fiend Nagasaran here. He's trying to get another one to block this pull. He's going to have to keep on running it out. Ooh, Riptide going to get used here, maybe? He's not going to block there. About to say, the problem was, if he kept it in this little spot where he could block it, it dies, but, well.
You have to make it a wraparound, or not wraparound, make it double take it back.
I think Nagasaran would have used the Riptide to ensure they got that creep pull spawn. Well, I think it would have been the right move to make sure you get your pull by using a Riptide if he needed to. But
I don't think he gets that Shrine kill though with Riptide. He needs like 1 or 2 more right clicks to actually get it.
Alright, well. They get the pull and they're going to start pulling. Meanwhile, mid lane, it's now Kunkka with the edge there as far as getting that first blood's concerned. And Kunkka actually getting that kill as well. So he's gone Bracer. He actually started with a Bracer, it looks like, and was pulled regen. So you see like the Null Talisman build? Well, he's gone Bracer build.
Well, that's Bracer gaming for you.
5 Bracer Dota. 5 Bracers boots, and then you just start upgrading them to drums.
Man, I tried that once in a Spirit Breaker game. It was the most amazing thing I've ever done.
I was about to say, when you started with I tried that once, I thought you were going to say it sucked. I was like, are you kidding me? That's
No,
legit,
man.
yeah.
5 drums? Item efficiency, man.
Yeah. Getting good value from those braces. Oh, Torrent going to go in the mid lane. DK easily sidesteps that one. As far as the off lane for Tong Fu goes, they've got an Elder Titan who's actually hit level 3 here, doing just fine until now. He may actually get caught out here. The Swarm going to go down. Xiao Love wants this kill with another Shikuchi. He looks like he will get this. The Beetle's still there. And Echo Stomp going to come out under the tower. Xiao Love does manage to dodge it. And Nyx Assassin going to get the kill. Xiao Love, careful, man.
Ooh.
That was close.
Barely outside of the detection range of the tower.
Yeah.
He survives because of that. The tower hit disjoints. So, the dive is going to continue to happen on the top lane if it's left unchecked.
Meanwhile, mid lane, there's a smoke
Radiant's
on
top
its
tower
way.
is under
They
attack.
want the DK not just once, they want him a second time.
Alright, let's see if it's going to
Ping's
go.
coming.
You're going to ensnare. The Torrent's going to be right there. The Riptide already on top. Well, where's the telekinesis? It wasn't even perfectly chain stun, and I think Xiaohong's going to be able to get out there as a result. The X is going to get used. A couple more right clicks. That's all on Mary. Mary does not telekinesis on the right time, and they do get the kill as a return. It's going to be a 2-man impale, but they just can't get this kill. The Sprout's going to go on a little bit
He's
more.
got stun.
He's got 3 magic stick. He's going to use
Flame
it
breath?
south on the high ground. And here comes Naga with the Riptide. They can actually cleave off for 1 extra kill. They do get it, but huge misplay here by Mary. And questionable play at the end here by Anne, walking back in for that 1 exchange.
Yeah, I think DK could have actually got the Kunkka there with the stun, but he played it very safe. They're worried about that cleave, but that was not how that gank was meant to go for WPC-A. They are still getting their SF some farm, but not the best second gank coming out from the 2 supports.
They also killed the Alchemist. Or not the Alchemist, the Dragonite, which is, fairly relevant. Top lane here, Elder Titan harassing away with his Astral Stomp.
Yep.
Skill
Dire's
build.
bottom
XY
tower is
rotating in
under
as well. He's actually been leveling up Demonic Conversion for better jungling, pushing speed, and things of that nature.
Yeah, level 5 in 5 minutes time, so this is pretty much where you want to be as an Enigma. You get almost 1 level a minute for the first 7 or 8 minutes, and
Well, he wants to be level 6 by now. Apparently
Yeah.
you could hit a
Dire's
level
bottom tower
6
is
by
under
4 minutes
attack.
and 46 seconds.
yeah, I would believe that.
If you have perfect jungle pattern and lucky creep.
Yeah,
spawn.
that's it. Depends on the creep spawn. He's now got his level 6 at 520, so he's only, what, 40 seconds behind. Not a big deal as far as whatever. Who told you that, by the way? An AUI 2000 fact?
No, it's an EGM or AKE. Milling here looks like UUU9. A little bit trouble.
He's got bottle and
Invis.
salve, so
Yeah.
can't really with the corrosive attack on him. He does have to
Wait
wait.
it
Salve
out.
actually gets cancelled.
Oh, he salved throughout the
Yeah.
middle of that.
Yeah, he salved one right before the corrosive wore off, and the corrosive did a little bit of extra damage.
Well,
So
that sucks.
yeah, he's going to bottle crow, but he's missing 400 HP that he could have had. What? Zhao home at the mid lane is sort of on recovery mode after going 0 and 2 early on. Torrent going to go flying, not actually going to land. It wasn't really looking for a kill there, just a bit of harass. And both those mid heroes have been spending a lot of time bottle crowing here early on.
Just as you somewhat expect. Meanwhile, it looks like double damage Naga Siren gets scouted out as there's a Treant just standing on the ramp, acting as his own ward. Nicely done.
This is one of those, like, you want to wrap around, and you're either going to get the kill or the tower, sometimes both here. They're perfectly fine not to actually get a kill on the Nature's Prophet, just because they guaranteed the tower. YJ picks up a tier 1 tower, and this is a very early tower. He's got treads, he's now got 1k gold, so it's well worth just going for that little attempted wraparound, because it does force the Nature's Prophet to play very far back.
Yeah. Well, what do you think YJ is going to be going for this game? I don't think he's going to be going for a quick BKB. Are we going to see something like a Shadow Blade? We'll talk about it later. It's going to be X-Torrent on the mid lane, the bow even on top, and the stomp. Wow. They threw everything on that DK.
They get the kill, they may even get some damage on this tier 1 tower. It's not the easiest push for them, but they have got 3 heroes here. They are going to also de-ward the Observer on the high ground, so nicely played by this Hongkong team. They're off to a decent start here, but there is a counter push coming at the top lane. Hearts get together, making their way to a tier 1 tower here, and well, this tier 1 tower not going to be defended for sure. They may even go for the tier 2. Enigma, one of those fantastic early pushes when you get those Eidolons, especially considering he's maxing out the demonic conversion first.
Demonic conversion is no joke in terms of a pushing, and obviously with Malefice getting you 3 ticks of stuns no matter what level you are, you might as well prioritize it a little bit more. Looks like tower deny perhaps is going to happen. Warren's going to hit Xiao Hong, but the TP also come in, and Yu9 one more hit away. Yeah, he dies to the Flame Breath. That's unfortunate, because this tower is going to get denied as well, unless we're going to see a stomp. The stomp's going to come through. It's going to hit on 2. Tower goes down to the Siege, and then very nicely played.
Very nicely played indeed. The Elder Titan, the offlane player for WPC-A, Misty, off to a good start here with himself. And well, the top tier 2 has been defended for a little bit here. The Rubik drawing the creep aggro a couple of times, but with Eidolons and Treants, all these summons, they're going to go for this regardless. The Bassering is there, giving them plus armor, and it looks like this tier 2 tower going to go down. No deny in sight. Who's going to get the last hit? Looks like Nature's Prophet will. So 7, that's his Midas. 8-minute Midas as an offlane Nature's Prophet. Hells yeah, he says.
Yeah, pretty impressive. I mean, being able to get a couple last hits and whatnot, being able to assist in a couple
bottom.
kills.
Nyx had to Carapace out of there. We almost got he was about to get double race, but the Carapace used just in time. DK's got an Invis rune, and I think they've decided they want to try and gank this SF before he picks up any items here, but DK needs backup, and at least Nature's Prophet can TP, but I think they need one more on top of that. Nature's Prophet's going to hit level 6 as soon as he uses his Midas, so there will be that ultimate, but I think they even with a Nature's Prophet ultimate and a level 4 Flame Breath, they're not getting this skill.
Well, they're going to try
maybe they do,
regardless.
actually.
Yeah, they're going to try regardless. If you land them with the stun.
I think they get the skill.
Yeah,
Nyx is here too.
Yeah, with the Vendetta damage output, they definitely
didn't even need the Nature's Prophet ultimate.
Yeah, that's something they'll also would have also killed him. So.
Yep. I think, yeah, just the DK Prophet could have killed him, but Nyx was there as well, deciding, yep, I'll make a rotation. He picks up Arcane Boots, so support Nyx Assassin. 9 minutes in level 7 with Arcane Boots is also really good. I feel like the Dire Team Hearts get together are pretty far ahead here just because of how well both their supports are doing.
Well, how exactly are their support doing? We have level 5, level 7.
Enigma just dies to an X-Torrent at mid lane, but apart from that,
okay,
it's the levels. Like, these...
A7 and 6, respectively.
Yeah.
And,
well, Prophet's the offlane, but he's gonna quickly get up to the top hero levels with this Midas. He's gonna get bonus experience from it. He's gonna spend more time in the jungle. So, the Radiant supports level 4 and 5, quite far behind. The one thing the Radiant team have going for them is the SF and Kunkka both doing really well, respectively.
I mean, that's a cool story and everything. Whereas we have YJ tangled up here by Shall Love a little bit. YJ's got himself.
He's going BKB.
Do you think BKB first is the correct item? I don't know.
I guess they want to maybe team fight early, but with the song of with their little AoE team fight, which is where the BKB can help. Oh, Sentry Ward at top lane. They want the Zhao Love, and Zhao Love already out of there. So
Mary just want level 6, man. He just want to steal that spell.
yes.
But okay. So the format.
The what?
They like casting, guys. I thought you were talking about something else.
No, I'm sure. So as it stands now,
Yes.
we've got SF farming the BKB, Kunkka with a decent amount of farm. He's gone phase drums, so these two heroes, it seems to me, are doing better than the Dragon Knight for sure. Weaver as well. He's got 56 CS. He's behind the Shadow Team, so the carry as well as the mid hero are doing better for WPC-A, but the support's behind. I guess what's kind of more important right now? Like which team do you feel is ahead with those trades?
I feel that the HGT supports could get a ton more done. Well, in normal broad area, Nick's assassin could get a ton of things done. Although, judging from the way that the game went last time, it seems like once we hit the mid game, both teams very timid in terms of ganks. Both teams very timid in terms of tower pushes and team fights. So, if you just farm, having advantage support right now means jack squat.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're gonna look to tower push and gank, you want leveled supports because they do quite a bit in team fights.
Yeah, since like they brought the Enigma top and brought down 2 towers, but since then, that was like 3 minutes ago. I feel like they haven't done much with the Enigma. Meanwhile, bin lane there is a torrent as well as no boat to follow up, but just a torrent being used in. I think the Enigma just hasn't really done much since getting those towers. It looks like he wants to finish off his mech first. Nick's assassin has done a good job with the early level 6 to look for Vendetta ganks, but even that has only happened once at the bottom lane, and the Radiant team have done a good job. There's sentries in mid lane. No other lanes though, so with just the middle lane sentry, if Nyx can find a way to these other lanes to get some early ganks, we should be looking for hard to get together to either push towers with Enigma or gank with the Nyx right now.
The thing is, he doesn't know where the Sentry Wards are at, so
Yeah.
he could expect one mid, but it's hard not to expect them to, on the other lane. But they're gonna try to perhaps make a gang. Yes, in fact, he will. CYS goes into Viz and start looking for his
Oh,
prey.
Mary wants his level 6, and he may get it, but he may just instantly die when he gets it.
Alright, he pops his head out, immediately goes back in place, and
Smart play.
gets Sentry Ward as well, so he should be okay.
Let's see, Nyx may look to scout things out from behind. He drops a Sentry Ward, in fact, so...
Oh, he's
spotted
under Sent,
Nyx.
and yeah, here comes the range screen.
Oh, that's a bad board.
Wow! Is this Sentry legit or what? Preemptive? Was that for Nyx Assassin, I think.
I think it was maybe preemptive, but Nyx...
I think that was for
once
Nyx
Nyx-
Assassin.
Once Nyx started, the range creep hit him, and then he planted the ward afterwards. Like, you've been spotted, and he's like, oh, I'll just walk forward and put this ward behind the tower when they see me doing it. Even if there's no sentry ward there already, like, they de-ward that right away, or they know it's there, so...
That's like the most elementary amateur support
Yes.
mistake. It's like, oh, I hope they're not looking.
Yes, you never place a ward when there's, like, a creep wave on you and watching. Like, when you want to walk up to the mid lane to put a ward, you never do it when there's walking past a creep wave,
Yeah.
making it obvious.
Well, the score's 4-5 right now here, and HGT doing pretty well. We talked about the support falling a little bit behind. Or sorry, the carry's falling a little bit behind, but not too big of a deal. We'll be able to catch back up.
Alright, well, things have slowed down the last 5 or so minutes. Both teams just looking to back off, get a bit more farm. And the good news for the Radiant team is they've got their ultimates, which is what they're all about as far as the mid game's concerned. They've got a Song of the Siren set up for a Kunkka boat, and this is a boat which is also now level 2. He's reached level 11, so Kunkka's doing fantastic. SF is about at level 11, also going to have a BKB soon, so I think the Radiant team actually have the much scarier and strong next sort of 5-10 minutes of this game. They're going to have their BKBs. They've got all the ultimates in team fights. Dire team, they have a mech on the Enigma, which is the main thing going for them. But apart from that, I kind of worry for them.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I mean, we talked about HGT. Once they get BKB, suddenly the game develops into something fairly different. And WPC, they're not really striking when the iron's hot. Why don't they just go 5-man down mid? What exactly is HGT going to do against that?
Yeah.
They'll do some pesky split push with things like the Weaver at Nature's Prophet, but not exactly a permanent solution. And the way that WPC-A is playing right now is they're reacting to what they're doing, what HGT is doing. HGT Weaver pushes top, so you react and you defend top.
It's almost the same problem as last game, where it was constantly the Wisp Ursa reacting to heroes getting ganked rather than finding ganks and kills themselves, and that's what they need to be doing this game. And, well, you're trying to react. Well, you can't react to Nyx Assassin gank because he just gets these kills instantly. And they're just not looking for kills, they're just splitting up on the map farming, and once again, they're just falling into this bad position of just giving Hearts get together too much space and letting them control the tempo when they've got the weaker mid-game lineup.
Yeah. I think Tongfu really needs to understand where they're strong at and then go
Radiant's
kind of
top
exploit
tower
that.
is
There's a
under
BKB
attack.
finish on Shadow Fiend, so that's good news. They need 2 more.
Well, 2 more. Well, Kunkka going to be going for a Shadow Blade first, it looks like. He's a couple hundred gold away from that. Speaking of Shadow Blade, Dragonite has got his finish in 50 gold, so maybe hard to get together with a Shadow Blade. Dragonite can actually try and take some fights and use that to initiate, although at the same time there's already Sentry Wards down in preparation for Nyx.
I mean, between Shadow Blade on Dragonite, possibility of a Shadow Blade on Nature's Prophet, and of course Shikuchi and Nyx Assassin Vendetta, you just have to get a ton of detection coming off here from WPC.
Well, WPC, I mentioned they want to fight. Well, they're going to smoke towards his top lane. It looks like Shadow Fiend's just going to be straight up pushing. He's going to be the bait for this one. With a BKB, he does make pretty good bait.
Whoa. Okay. Mary coming back in, Shikuchi, or sorry,
Oh,
Smoke
there's
Up.
sentries there. They're ready for
Ooh.
Sis.
Ooh, the snare.
Destroying it. He got out of range.
Okay.
And that's a failed 5-man top. They can get this T1 tower maybe, but HGT know there's 5 heroes top now.
Yeah, and it's hard for these support heroes to run in right-click tower, especially when the wave is dying so quickly.
Yep. Well, they want to go for this anyways, and I definitely feel like they should with these item pickups. With the BKB now up, they haven't got the Shadow Blade just yet on the Kunkka, but they've got the Sentry Ward down, so Nyx can't really Vendetta in. Dragonite is going to stay mid for the time being, and here comes the split push. DK as well as Nature's Prophet going to try and trade the T1 mid for this T1 at top, and I think HGT will be pretty happy just to get a more important mid tower as well. The middle tower is a lot harder to bring down, and being near that Roshan pit, this is a much more valuable tower. Oh,
That's a song. Song TP. You should song first before you get in there, and still get the song off though, but only gets Enigma. Not worth the song.
Yeah. Well, Enigma will be brought down. Easy pick off, but yeah, you song first, you catch up 2 to 3 there. DK going to try to turn this around. He's got Shadow Bladed up, but quickly realizes he can't really stay around too much longer.
Oh, there's the sun. A couple right clicks, turn back. Hit a run tactic here.
Yep. And Radiant team, you've got to imagine, I mean, the Sentry, sure, but yeah, they're going to be thinking about Gem very soon with all this invis. But Tongfu, it looks like they may go for this tier 2 tower. They didn't actually get the tier 1 top, but force the TP back, and they're going to constantly have to deal with this split push. Nature's Prophet now does have that Shadow Blade you talked about earlier.
Ooh, CYS goes in Vendetta. Where's the detection? There's
They're
absolutely
lacking.
none.
Rubik just died and respawned. He actually hasn't got money for it. He's going to go top and steal Shikuchi, so we're pretty happy with that. Shikuchi lived. Oh, click the creep. As he was about to click the Weaver, Weaver went invis, so he would have misclicked that creep there as a result.
Well, Weaver's gonna have his Lincoln Fair finish after this particular creep. So
Yes.
not sure whether that changed. Though AoE Wombo combo is still gonna be the AoE Wombo combo. I really thought he should have just got BKB first.
BKB Deso would have done better than a Lincoln's Deso, I feel.
Yeah, and right now you're in a stage of the game where, alright, the team fight breaks out. They X-Torn and do all that stuff. You wish you have a you wish you have BKB instead of Lincoln. Because Lincoln doesn't do anything there.
Unless we go the the Doja Stalk build with the Lincoln's BKB. Yep.
And that wasn't pretty to watch either. Actually, I think they did win that game.
Yeah, he went Lincoln's BKB, then finally he got a damage item later on.
Yeah.
After getting I think he had Lincoln's BKB damage item, then he got a heart.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was taking all the Aegis as well.
Yep. Yeah. He was nearly, essentially unkillable. I think he died once in that game somehow. I'm not sure how he died. Oh, top lane. There's an Invis Impale. UU9 Shadow Bladed up. He's going to go on this assassin. He's actually got a gem here, and it looks like Nyx is going to take a fall. Nice early gem pickup. I really like that. He got blind impaled, which was kind of funny. Nyx was like, I'm just going to impale farm some creeps, and UU9 got hit by it, but it's easy kill regardless. And now, HGT know this gem is up, but this suddenly means they can't really fight. Like, you've got DK and Nature's Prophet with Shadow Blades, Weaver with Shikuchi. They've got to go all-out split push for the next 5-10 minutes.
Tier 1 tower, and the siege up top. That's going to be going down. Mid is going to get somewhat answered back. So mid tier 1 tower basically traded. And you just talked about previously that how the tier 1 mid is strategically a lot more important for HGT to knock down.
Yeah, and they're not even done at the tier 1 mid. They're going to start chipping at this tier 2 middle lane as well as... well, Tongfu are pushing 1 lane. Hard to get together are pushing 2 lanes.
Yeah, and they definitely could use go quite a bit here. HGT pushed the live party.
They want to try and stop this tier 2 mid push here. They're tipping back, so 2 tier 1 towers for a tier 2, and one of those tier 1s being the middle tower. Tongfu's UU9 is searching around, trying to find someone here at the middle lane. He hasn't managed to yet. If he keeps on chasing, he will soon, and with this gem... Nope, not going to do so. Oh, the cleave actually finds 7 there, but... Another Shadow Blade. TP out. 7. Ooh, just gets out.
Torrent? No, sorry.
Torrent's on the creeps here.
Okay.
Alright, well. That was a good sequence of events for Hearts to get together.
This is where I have trouble with WPC-A. Once again, they're not recognizing where their lineup is strong at, which is AoE wombo combo in the early game, late game to have physical damage. Where's the team fight? They have their team fight items for such a long time already.
And the thing is, even if they want to farm a bit, they need to be more efficient with their farming. Like, they're getting out-farmed. Like, Weaver and Nature's Prophet splitting all over the map, DK pushing down towers. They grouped up as 5 as top, didn't actually get the tier 2 tower, and the entire time it was just very inefficient play. And they're just giving space for Hearts to get together. It's not even Hearts get together getting it back into this game. Hearts get together ahead by 5k gold at this point. When WPC-A, I mean, they've got the better lineup for the next 5 minutes or so. They need to be using that to their advantage.
Yeah, and well, let's check out the BKBs here. Double Shadow Blade, as expected. BKB going for Xiao 8 as well as
Xiao 8? Xiao Love?
Xiao Love.
Oh, it's Desolator, I imagine.
Yeah.
Dragon Knight as well as Weaver. Well, Dragon Knight going to go for a BKB. He's almost got it as well. He just needs the recipe. But Weaver, I imagine, is Desolator. But BKB not completely out of the question. If he decides, hey, we've got enough damage, I can go for this BKB.
Right click comes on here, and these guys make short over that work of that tower. And
Good pushes there, though. This is bottom lane. Where's that Naga Siren sleep? He's TPing to the back here. I want to see some, like, sleep TP in.
Yeah, I mean, you sleep, you TP, and generally make it up in time, and the half their team is trapped, and you could kind of pincer them with multiple AoE spells and whatnot, but that didn't happen, so.
Yep. Tong Fu, it's get back, keep on farming. Kunkka up to 3k gold, so he can start thinking about a Daedalus of his own, maybe? Or yeah, he's gone Crystallis, so it was just going to be a Daedalus build from him. Elder Titan's got the mech now for the Radiant team, so they've got mech. They've got BKB on Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend, what's he going? He's picked up something. Looks like he's going to be going for a butterfly. Impale comes out at bottom lane. Not going to bother him too much, but picks up the Talisman of Evasion first. Not really the best way of doing this.
It doesn't do much, although it's not like an Eagle Song's going to help you survive. Most of the damage right now coming out from Hearts Get Together is fairly magical.
Yes.
Impale, Wrath of Nature, Flame Breath, things of that nature.
Well, I guess he's thinking he can dodge a lot of that with his BKB if there's a team fight. So he's like, oh, I'm maybe more scared of the Weaver.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially Weaver with a Desolator, this will help a bit. But I think more than anything, YJ is just not really farming as fast as he could have been. Considering his fantastic start, he's slowed down a lot.
Smoke Gang coming out here from Tongfu, looking for a pickoff. They do have decent initiation, very similar from last game, but not nearly as reliable. X-Torrent's going to be the opening gambit, I believe, provided they do find one. Nature's Prophet, well, they found him.
He hasn't TP'd yet.
Do they have detection?
Yeah, they've got Gem. Kunkka Gem.
Alright.
He walked into him. Shadow Blade up. He needs a Sprout TP out.
Well, the Torrent's going to hit, I think. The song being used as well, that's a little bit of overkill. And they're going to just surround him from all sides.
Yeah, I think the song... I think he wasn't sure the Torrent was going to land in time. So I think the song is... While being a little bit excessive, I think it is an okay... They smoke ganked all the way up there. They wanted to make sure they got the kill. Meanwhile, bottom lane, though, SF. Uh-oh. The Chain Stun is going to be coming his way.
Yep. And BKB does not help you there.
No.
Talisman Evasion might have helped him there.
Yeah, I don't think he evaded it whole. The magic damage alone was so impressive, but... Well, with that, DK, that's his BKB. He's also getting close to that, closer and closer to that level 16 ulti form. Nyx is going to hit level 11, so now he has a level 2 Vendetta up, and Hearts get together. It looks like they're going to stay grouped up at this bottom lane, look for a push. Prophet's respawning in 10 seconds, so he can actually join up with him here, and maybe what we see happen is this tier 2 tower go down, and then go for Roshan, because Prophet can just TP straight into Roshan on respawn. Well, they may not even get this tower. They may just want to go straight Roshan instead.
Astro checking things out. Going straight Roshan against him with Astral Spirit on the Elder Titan is fairly difficult because he'll just stop or kind of send those things out.
Yep.
Every once in a while, check the Roshan, harass as many heroes as possible. It's just very, very annoying. X-Torrent on the mid lane. The boat's going to follow through. Everybody misses their coordination. Not sure what that was about, but they will kill XTD regardless.
Yeah, Elder Titan getting the last say on that. Nature's Prophet just went straight toppy to push things out a little bit, but Dragon Knight did buy his BKB before dying, but if he had it on him, it would have been a lot better. Bought a TP scroll even, so he lost even less gold. Well, the WPCA, where do they need to look for smoke ganks or look to at least move out here? But they constantly are dealing with these pushed out lanes from the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, that's just so annoying. You know, it's easy for me to say WPCA need to farm BKB, group up, find their mother, and their mother is
Find them, like,
find their mother. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
I don't know what you're saying either.
Speaking
Earlier
of
on,
mother,
you just randomly blurt out words as well. You're like, the format. I'm like, what?
what format?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Actually, there's one time where I talked about mothers, since I'm on topic now. During the WDC 2010, DGC's mother went to see him play. And do you know DGC from Nirvana, China?
Yes.
They won that tournament because his mother was there.
Okay.
So mother makes your Dota seal better. So they do need to find their mother if they want to channel the inner spirits. But what I meant to say is that they need to push out these creep waves, find the enemy team, set up a wombo combo, get a gank off, and then go for a push. Because if this game drags out longer and longer, Tongfu's not going to win this game. Once triple BKB is up, HGT will take the team fight to you.
Yes. And that triple BKB is going to be coming up
Yes.
a lot faster than you
And then
expect.
they'll find your mother in a different manner.
All right. Well, and then after that, WPCA are going to be going home and crying to their mothers.
Yes.
So it won't be a pretty sight.
This mother metagame is quite strong.
All right. Well, there's the two BKBs, both Enigma as well as DK as one. And we mentioned that Nature's Prophet likely get one. He's going for the Hex first, can go one afterwards. Weaver with Lincoln's Desolator, still a BKB, would fit nicely here, I feel, as the third item, unless you want to go for the MKB to do with the evasion on the SF.
Okay, it's gonna be a triple invis gang coming out. They see U9. Do
The
they have
gem's
detection?
the gem's been passed over, so
Oh, thus Impale's gonna come right through, and he's seen. Stun gonna come through, and he's already
the
dead.
good news for Kunkka is he's no longer carrying the gem. He passed that to the Naga Siren.
That's
Otherwise,
fine, though.
he gives up
The
the
bad
gem.
news is that he doesn't have a BKB yet.
Yes. Well, he's even going BKB.
I got hope so.
He's going Daedalus, man.
Yeah, at least it's not too bad. Yeah, I could see that
At
happening.
the same time, like, you crit onto a Carapace and splat. Down goes Kunkka. Well, hearts get together. Looks like they are going to go to Roshan now with Kunkka dead.
Naga.
There goes a lot of WPCA's team fight.
Okay.
You could look to maybe, like, scout it out with Astral. Come in maybe for a look, either look for a steal or look to sort of slow things down. You've got Song of the Siren as well. You've got SF. Well, SF is still, like, working on Butterfly. 28 minutes in. Like, sure, having not Butterfly complete is maybe okay, but he was a safe lane farming SF who, I guess he's died twice recently, but still, this SF is just struggling this game.
Yeah, both of his death came very recently. That's why he slowed down his, timing on this item
Yeah.
quite a bit. But he's gonna have his butterfly relatively soon as he's double raising. But back on top lane, we're gonna see an initiation, and again coming out, CYS has got himself a little bit of a blink dagger action. I don't think he picked it up just yet. The courier, while being stopped and not flying in.
Need to go soon. The Shadow Blade's about to wear off on Nature's Prophet, and the problem is then SF may just BKB in time. Not going to happen. The Vendetta damage even there. Nature's Prophet going to throw a Wrath of Nature, not going to do any damage because of the SF BKB. Can he TP out? I think there's too much damage from Prophet. He's going to look for a double ultimate. CYS may just go down to this one.
Gets one kill. The second kill not going to be there.
Well, it's still a kill in the SF. And Nyx will be like, well, didn't go according to plan, but hey, look, it's still a advantage. Hard to get together.
Yeah, I mean, kill on SF and a 10-second BKB charge.
Yep.
That's a pretty big deal. There's a sacrifice coming out here. And I am concerned for WPC because the way that they're farming right now, they're definitely getting ganked. The 4 Invis hero on the HET lineup is too much for Tongfu to deal with. You can't just literally have Central or
They
anything.
put out DK though, here in the jungle. He's going to pop his BKB. TP out. And the snare's already been used, so nothing to stop that BKB TP.
Yep, okay.
Well, Kunkka's got his BKB. I mentioned maybe Daedalus, but he picked up the Criscalis, then went back for a Black King bar, so he's got that completed now, in fact. But all these items they're farming towards just don't seem to be... Nature's Prophet snipes a courier. Okay. All these items they're building towards just don't seem to be items which will win in the game. Like, you've got a Sandra and Elder Titan. He's going to get maybe either a Sandra and Yasha, but more likely Heaven's Halberd. Naga Siren also with a Sounds. Like, they're going to have double Heaven's Halberd, but it's like, so what? Dire Team's got BKBs. They've got much better late games. They've got a Black Hole, and they've got a way to just negate all this damage coming out from the AoE wombo combo of WPC-A.
Heaven's Helper is actually good, I think, against DK when he's out of BKB.
Yeah.
Obviously, not being able to throw out Frost, cleaving range damage is pretty good. And also, you gotta keep in mind, because of fairly long cast range, It's actually really good against Linken's Sphere. You can cast it from afar, break the Linken, coordinate with their allies, so they could cast the other spells. So perhaps that's one of the reasons why.
Top lane, SF. He just respawned and he's going to try immediately. The Hex, the Impale, the Vendetta, everything coming out. YJ does not stand a chance.
I mean, Tom Fu is, well, they're just getting punished for doing the exact same thing over and over and over again. But
That's
they're
three
not
times
learning.
in a row.
They're not learning though. They're saying, hey man, we'll talk about that later. Xiao Love in a little bit of trouble. Torn's gonna fly through the black hole. Well, it took a hit, but black hole's gonna get stolen as well. Earth Splitter, that's gonna disjoin this. Looks like Mary's gonna try to walk in to get that black hole off. Is he going for it? No,
He's got no mana.
Not necessarily. The right click's going to come through. They get one kill. The Impale's going to come here from CYS. That's going to be second. Torn does hit on both here. Black hole from Mary. Anything? Mary just dies here. And Xiao Love is doing way too much. CYS is going to survive as well. Gem on the background here. X brings him back, and CYS barely survives.
Well, Misty, the only remaining WPC-A hero, is on the run now. He does get a stomp off on the Weaver, which is going to prevent Xiao Love from getting this kill. Nature's Prophet does not get prevented, though. He TPs directly into the Radiant base, finishes them off. Team wipe. Going the way of Hard to get together, and now they're going to be breaching the high ground at bottom. And all of that started with SF getting picked off. And the Rubik, like, you still black hole. You either need to go back to base and heal up so you have mana to use it. He just walked in and died. Like, he never actually had mana to use the black hole that he stole. And that should have gone a lot better for WPC-A.
Maybe he was thinking Magic Stick would take him over, or maybe
yeah,
Team would last long enough. I'm not sure what he was thinking about, but yeah. No mana.
Weaver's now got BKB, and Rax is now being taken.
Okay. That's one to go.
The other big problem is they threw everything on a Weaver who had Aegis. Like, that was all for an Aegis, and then suddenly it's like, okay, all these ultis and spells are on cooldown.
Time lapse.
Yeah. So, Weaver now, BKB is up, and the Enigma Black Hole, like, did enough. Like, sure, it was kind of badly timed in the sense that it was during the Weaver's respawn time with the Aegis. Like, there's that 2-3 seconds you're respawning, and he lost a lot of damage because of that, but it just created enough space. Weaver did enough work there, getting a couple kills for the team, and now all of a sudden, WPC-A are playing well on the back foot. And
yeah, the Go Graph shows 15,000 goldie for HGT.
Yikes.
They have the Roshan advantage whenever it comes back alive. They have the team fight advantage, have the push advantage. HGT should look towards kind of closing out this game. Maybe they're going to wait for the next Roshan, but I really doubt they need it.
Yeah, it's quite a while before Roshan's respawning, so with one lane already pushing at the bottom, I feel like they can look to breach either the high ground at middle lane or top, and with an Assault Crest now on the Dragon Knight, definitely.
This is...
Nature's Prophet can buy a BKB if he really wants. He's got 4k gold, or alternatively, you get like a Deso of your own. Help for the sieging.
Okay.
But they've just got the triple BKB. They can do anything they want. They've got Nyx Assassin. I mean, Carapace in some ways acts as like in similar ways to BKB. You can block that opening spell or big nuke. And I think there's no more gem on the Radiant team, so they've got a mass Sentry Wards again now. So it's gonna be really hard to have that detection they need to deal with 4 heroes with Invis.
Yeah. Or I guess if you want to think of it this way, every single Sentry Ward is going to see 4 Invis hero.
Well, there's a gem on the die team, so they're dewarding these sentries.
Right.
It's really expensive to keep sentry wards up.
Yeah, you just want to drop those sentries in the middle of the team fight when people are not exactly attacking.
Yep.
Yeah.
For the time being, Tongfu are just stuck sitting in their base on the high ground at this mid lane, and well, hard to get together. I mean, we talk about these teams not wanting to take too many chances, sometimes playing too cautiously. It feels like maybe they're doing that by waiting for Roshan, if in fact they are, but Roshan 3-4 minutes away. I imagine they do look to at least try and get a couple kills in the meantime.
I mean, Hearts, they could actually go for a ton of pickoffs, which is, you know, fairly decent, but they haven't really been going for it.
Yeah. Well, pickoffs not really... with Tongfu's positioning, like, grouped up as 5 in their own base, those pickoffs aren't really presenting themselves. But I think when they sing as 5 in base, then you're like, okay, we can't get pickoffs, we can't really get Roche now, we just siege the base.
Yeah,
keep putting Weaver on the high ground, and Weaver just chips away at these towers. You do about 200 damage, you back off. Wait for the next creep wave. Do another 200 damage, back off. If WPC want to play it that way, you just have 4 heroes mid, Nature's Prophet pushing a side lane, and just constantly siege.
I think having Heart really allows you to do something like that and do it very, very safely, because I imagine Morphem's going to shotgun you when you come in, and there's only so many shotgun you could eat. So I think BKB perhaps is the best choice.
For Weaver?
Oh my god, he's got BKB.
Yeah, he's got BKB. Were you just talking about morphling shotgunning people?
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I'm like, I listen to you when you're casting. Are you trying to like see if I'm listening or not? Because like right now you're like, man, if you go in morphling to shotgun you, I'm like,
Okay.
what game is this?
No, okay. What I'm trying to say is, if
where's the morphling? Where the fuck is the morphling?
okay, what I'm trying to say is that when they're trying to go in and hit the tower, you have to have a heart to regen because they will throw shit at your face, like Astral and stuff. They will throw those spells at you, and sooner or later you'll need a regen.
Yeah.
And having the heart is necessary for that kind of playstyle. Also, it's very dangerous to walk up high ground like that and get X torrented. And if you get X torrented, you need to pop the BKB, and that's why there was some BKB in there. Like it all makes sense in my head. It's just when it comes out, it's not there.
Okay. Well, smoke going to be the name of the game for WPC-A. They actually do some D1. Is this a new gem they bought? Gem. Yeah, they've got another gem on the Naga Siren here. Maybe it's one of the old gems they've recovered. So with gem up, I feel like they're in a much better position as far as not being caught by surprise and having lack of detection in teamfight. But that was a pointless smoke. They just went back and kept on farming.
I mean, when you're smoking with your base exposed, it's sketch because they're never gonna get out of the base, or very, very difficult to get out of the base.
Yes. Well, it looks like the plan for Heart to get together is wait for Roshan, for better or for worse. And we'll have to see if WPC-A are able to get out and contest it right now.
I mean, Tongfu is pushing out of the base right now. If they win a team fight, they could take Roche.
Yes.
Just that, I don't think they will find a team
Alternatively, they just position themselves so that they can make sure there's a fight over
fight.
it.
Tongfu should go down the mid lane.
I like it.
See Sheer 3.
Let's go. Make something happen. Well, unfortunately, the split push will be coming. Actually, no, Seven's like killing Ancient and stuff. I don't know about this. Seven's got an Assault Crest on Nature's Prophet, so interesting little pickup. He needs to be careful because this courier is walking directly towards some of these heroes. No, he hasn't got an Assault Crest. He picked up Hyperstone and he's going MKB.
He's going Mjolnir next, right?
And he's going MKB. He's got double Javelin. I don't know why he's got a Hyperstone.
Who's got double javelin?
Nature's Prophet.
But he's got a Hyperstone.
I don't know why.
The fuck does that build into?
Look, they're getting racks. More importantly, they're getting racks at mid lane.
I don't know what's happening, but here comes the Dragon on the back line here. But Black Hole perhaps is going to come through. Where's the Black Hole? It's going to catch Chu, and there's the splash damage. Looks like the Black Hole on the back lines. I'm not sure why there's a double Black Hole. Looks like Rubik stole the Black Hole and died. Here comes the Impale. They do win that team fight very handily. Solid Side being used as a retreat. But look at top. It's exposed. Look at bot. It's exposed.
Yep. Took a bit. Is there a Hex here? No, Hex is on cooldown. Elder Titan will get out of there. Looking for a Blink Malefice, but Enigma was out of mana and
Roshan is back alive.
Do they go down mid or do they take a little detour to Roshan?
Take the Roche. I mean,
50 seconds no SF. SF picked up a Hyperstone. What the hell is with these heroes picking up Hyperstones?
okay. Nature's Prophet, when he had Hyperstone first, I was like, oh, he's going for Mjolnir. You know.
Or AC is also not bad. Well, actually, no, they've already
They have AC on Dragonite, so I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
I think he wanted to go AC, then he realized, oh
What a
wait, we've
GG.
already got one.
Okay. Alright. That was a game.
That was a weird ending. Like, weird, like, unusual. I'm just surprised that WPC-A just marched down the middle lane there. It showed some balls, but
Yeah,
did
I like
not work
it.
out for him. So. Cool.
Everybody's messing up today. You didn't see what happened on camera just now. But, Kyle lost his shit.
Standard. He's surrounded by amateurs. Amateur hour at the
Look,
BTS studio.
I'm talking about shotgun when there's no more fling. I'm talking about mother metagame.
The format.
The format. Do you even know what that's talking about? I was thinking and casting
I still don't.
and dreaming, and I was like,
You just suddenly blurted out the words.
I thought we're casting replay, and you know we talk about group stage format quite a bit. Look, it's late. I haven't slept since we casted Ace this morning.
Luckily, that is our only and last game for today. We're going to be tuning off after this. We'll put maybe a rebroadcast of one of our old matches on. But WPC Ace is done for today. There's only one 2-game series today. So our WPC Team B, Team Hearts get together, win it. There's We Play Dota 2 action later today. We won't be casting it ourselves because we've got MLG, which conflicts. But that'll be here on the Beyond the Summit channel. So be sure to tune to that. It's going to be Alliance doubleheader. First they go up against for Sweet Revenge. Then it's Alliance versus Liquid. So a big match there. Luckily for you guys, we're not casting it.
Luckily, missing out.
That's lack of value. But that'll be here on Beyond the Summit. So tune in, and I think it's in around 7 hours time, maybe. It's currently Well, the first one is in, yeah, first one's in 6.5 hours time, and then the Alliance vs Liquid one is in 9.5 hours time. I want to say. So we'll see you guys then on the Beyond Summit stream, and myself and Lumi will be.
We're not doing that Chinese thing. Not right now.
What Chinese thing? No,
Our
I
Chinese
was
is
not.
fucking
I
too
was.
tired.
Don't worry, I was not going to suggest doing it
No.
because I knew
We'll do it later.
it would not have gone well for you.
No.
So we have no Ace for a couple of days. When we come back for Ace, though, we've got DK versus IG. I'm pretty sure that's like the next match we have. Maybe the day after.
Is that the best match ever?
It's meant to be, I guess. WPC. I'm gonna check that. I don't think there's actually a schedule.
No,
here.
there is not.
I'm pretty sure the next match we have is gonna be that. WPC. I don't
Nobody
know.
knows. Alright, guys.
I will know. No. We've got this.
Oh my god.
Okay, we don't.
Let's
All right.
just shut down the stream.
Lumi's quitting.
Rage quitting.
Yeah, Lumi's rage quitting the BTS stream. So guys, we're gonna take a. Well, we're not taking a break. We're gonna leave
We're
you.
done, though.
Lumi's done though.
Good night, guys.
He's gone skis. Good night, everyone.